Yeah, like, I've just been listening to this a lot. I don't know about you, but welcome to HASSCAST. I've just been listening to this a lot. I don't know why. Like, this is probably one of the greatest interludes ever made. Fuck, I do that. Fuck, I do that. You know what I'm saying? So, welcome to the show. This is HASSCAST, and we will be doing some film reviews, music reviews, and a little nostalgia case at the end of this. So, enjoy this little peep track in the background while I'm giving an intro. We're going to be checking out the Zack Snyder's Justice League, okay? And we will also be going into, you know, a song, Liberty City 2 by Baze Mafia and Lil Zave. New Lil Zave interview coming soon, by the way. And then we also are going to be doing an album review, 24K Golden's new album that just dropped. And then we'll be doing a nostalgia case. You'll figure out when that time comes, okay? You'll figure that out. So, let's do a film review, okay? We got Zack Snyder's Justice League. That came out last week, and I was very proud that it is out. I was very proud of Zack. I was very proud of, after him being taken advantage of by the film studios, he's able to release this masterpiece. And it is a masterpiece. There's nothing short of that. It is actually a really well done movie. The backstory with Cyborg is excellent, and you know, Flash gets more time done to him, like in the movie, like more time devoted to characters that we didn't really know about or care about. Wonder Woman was excellent in the movie. She, every character had a lot of emotion to them in some format. Aquaman was kind of well done too, but I feel like people kind of didn't notice how Aquaman was not really like gone into that much because of the fact that they had a movie about him. But that's not that big of a problem. He was kind of I think everybody was almost equally, you know, analyzed in the film, and the dialogue can be a bit like, okay, we get it, but the color grading is excellent. Zack Snyder knows how to do that and make his films look like his films. You know what I mean? Not a lot of directors could say that they did that or are able to do that in their career, which is always a good thing. Is when you're able to make your like a film and everybody looks at it and like, oh, I know that's Zack's. You know, that's when you know you're a great established director. And this just really has me hyped for Army of the Dead, Zack Snyder's new movie coming out afterwards. You know, this shouldn't, if you're watching this, you shouldn't be like, oh yeah, the Snyderverse is back. You should not be thinking that. You should think that he's going to be putting out cool, different movies. I don't know that they're going to be doing more like Justice League, Zack Snyder movies. I mean, that would be cool, but he's going to be doing the Army of the Dead thing, which is dropping, which is like a zombie movie about like, you know, Vegas or something. There's a trailer out. I definitely advise you to check that out. Audience, viewer, listener, you know, definitely check that out. Cause that's just dope if you look at the trailer, and I want to see what he can do with another zombie movie, because that was his first time in his career, was a zombie remake movie of you know, Dawn of the Dead. So yeah, so what would I rate Zack Snyder's Justice League? Well, I think I've been thinking this since the beginning. I'd give it a pure Kino. I'd give it the Kino seal of approval. Okay, that's what it gets on the watchability scale. So shout out to Zack Snyder, and shout out for making a masterpiece. And yeah, Steppenwolf was a great addition to this film. Like the way they changed him was a great addition to this film, and also the like you cared about Steppenwolf a little bit. Not really, but you know what I mean? He was just like, he wasn't that generic as he used to be. And Darkseid was in this. Darkseid, like in the nightmare sequences and all that, and even Joker, like he was actually good in this. Like the DCEU Joker was good in this. And anyways, the Joker in this was better than the Joaquin Phoenix Joker. I'm sorry. Joaquin Phoenix Joker wasn't for me. Never was. But, you know, I understand the appeal. of the you know, taxi driver obsessed film analytical person and why I like Joker. Like, you're not cool, okay? You don't, just because you like Taxi Driver doesn't mean that like Joker is the greatest movie, because everybody like makes that comparison, like, oh, look how Taxi Driver looks like Joker. It's like, we get it. I don't care that some film from the 70s looks like some film now, okay? I could do that. You know, anybody can really just make a film look like another film. You know what I'm saying? People do that. Like, advertisements for color grading, you know? Like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean when they slap the Mad Max filter on it, and it's just like a generic tropical filter on it. Like, jeez, man. Jeez. We get it. You can color grade similar to other things. It's not that interesting, you know? But, yeah. So, if you got HBO Max, definitely check this one out. Zack Snyder's Justice League is dope. Now we got Liberty City 2 by Lil Zave with Baze Mafia, which is Cisco and Buddha Jones and Cold Blooded. Now this goes nuts, like absolutely nuts. Now this is a sequel to the first one, which was off of the Funk Volume 1 album. Now the Funk Volume 1 album was pretty legendary. I'd say it's a very legendary project from Lil Zave. It sort of is like, ever since probably January, Lil Zave's been making a good run in the industry. He's just been nonstop putting out interesting songs that have a lot of like really good appeal, that are very interesting, and they're not too different from each other, and they all have a similar sound, but they're not too like shitty. You know, they're actually like, really good. The vocals are well processed. It's like you're hearing like an internal like monologue. It's like you're like chanting to yourself in the back of a cave. You know, that's how I describe it. It's like you're in the back of a cave, and this is like what you hear. You know, it's like, I don't know. It's crazy, and Cold Blooded comes through with his interesting, you know, vocals. The way he does his vowels, he's like Liberty City, like he's like, you know, you kill so much, call me the Rona. Like, the way he does it, the way he says it is so off kilter. So, Jesus Christ, this kid is so different from what other people are doing, and he's been doing it for a while. You know, he's got songs with Lil Peep out. You know what I'm saying? So, there we go. Let's just play a little bit of this. And the beat is just like, I don't know what the sample is, but it's fucking dope. Like, that's just a small example of how dope this track is. Okay, so El Dorado is the new 24K Golden album. In this drop, it's got features from DaBaby, Future, and Sway Lee and Ian Dior. Obviously, Ian Dior collaborating with him on the song Mood, which went #1. And I don't know how that song went #1. He's made better songs than that. But, yeah, he's dropping this, and it's like, oh, snap, like, here we go, here's a real album, here's a real debut album, and, I was expecting to see some Mike Dean on this, but, because he took a picture with Mike Dean, was he just like, I'm going to take a picture with Mike Dean, because people are going to think I'm going to be working on a masterpiece with him, or am I going to be actually, like, working with him? Seems like, no, he wasn't actually working with him, he was just taking a picture with him. Maybe he is working with him, maybe it's in the vault, who knows, but I was expecting to hear some Mike Dean guitar playing, but the only guitar playing I heard was just these generic little guitar loop samples, which are getting so annoying, bro. They're getting so annoying, like, and they're not done interesting. Like, the way they're done should be interesting to me. Like, it's not interesting, to be honest. The way these guitar loops are done, you know, occasionally they're interesting, but I like them when he's starting to sway away from that. Like the Coco one is interesting, like the Coco, like that was dope. 3, 2, 1 is a really annoying flow to me. The Sway Lee one was actually really good, but this album is it's not that good. I mean, I've heard better from him, and Like, there's just like, I don't know. It's just not like, I would never go back and listen to a lot of these songs ever again. And there's nothing really memorable. And that kind of sucks because I used to listen to 24K Golden all the time. Really, like, all the time. Maybe I'm like just a hater because like he's just driving news though. But really though, like he said in an interview that this feature was like really good and really like out there. But really, it's not. Like, it's just Future's done better, man. Like, you can't compare this feature from Future on Life is Good. You can't compare that to that. Like, Life is Good is so much better. Like, it's iconic. There's nothing really interesting or really like iconic about this. And I feel like that's why he's a good single artist, because he's good at making one moment. But I don't think he can carry a project really, in my opinion, from what I've seen. Obviously, he's gonna get a lot of buzz. This is what I say about him. Well, I'm not that hyped for this album. If he did have a show, I'd go to it. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel about him. You know, while I'm not like this hyped for the album, or you know, proud of this album, listening to it, I would still go to a show by him. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel about it. Overall, disappointing album, but I would say like probably 5 out of 13 tracks I enjoyed and would listen to again, maybe. And those tracks only get like a 3-week shelf life. Like, I'm sorry for you, I'm not rocking with this, but I would still definitely go to a concert of this. But yeah, check it out. It's on all streaming platforms. He's fucking signed to Columbia, but you know, and the cover art, like, come on, what is this shit? I'm sorry, I just can't mess with it. I don't know, and the features just aren't interesting. Like the Baby, Future, Sway Lee, Ian Dior. That's all you got. Like, I want to hear someone that I've never heard of. Like, get someone from the Bay. Get someone that's interesting. Get some underground person. You know, albums, when they have features, they shouldn't be like, oh, like, I want to get this, I want to get that, I want to blah, 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 blah. Like, just get, like, small people that are interesting. Because you're the star. You know, don't let them outshine you. You shouldn't have these other people outshine you. You should be the star and stuff. But, yeah. Nostalgia case, roll it. Okay, so Yojimbo is a, you know, classic Akira Kurosawa film, and I decided to check this out, and it's interesting. This kind of roamer, drifter, samurai he just kind of stumbles upon this village with these two groups of people battling each other, and he just kind of plays with them, he kind of toys with them. He's kind of like, oh, what would happen if I did this? And he kind of stirs them against each other and kind of acts like he's on either side, and he kind of makes the whole situation work for him when, like, it's kind of confusing, like, what side he's on. But everything's really funny. Like, it's a really funny movie, and it's really exciting to watch, and you care about him a lot. And this is one of those interesting hero movies which probably inspired, like, a lot of modern, you know, sci-fi films, and that's interesting to me. Check this out. And yeah, there's also these iconic characters, like the guy with the pistol. Like, I don't even know his name, but he's always there. And he's always doing some fuckery and, you know, getting in some altercation with the main character. It's so interesting to see this. And yeah, like, I just love this, and I love to see where this is all going. I love to see that, like, there's so much influence that these type of movies have had, and this makes me want to check out, you know, like Seven Samurai or other types of movies like that. And the two people at war with each other, like, they're not really like kind of like big characters, but you know, when like the town inspector comes in, like, they shouldn't be, they're not like, they don't want to walk into like a giant ass gang war and people hiring mercenaries and stuff, but you know, or not gang war, but war of a territory and stuff like that. But you know, like, they had made everything look clean, so then the inspector didn't look. It has those cool, quirky moments that you wouldn't expect to see in some supposedly serious action film, which are really interesting. And overall, Yojimbo, definitely check it out. The reason I checked this out is because I was checking out Zack Snyder's he kind of had this little list of films that he enjoyed. Like, it's called like Zack Snyder's Picks or something like that, and this is on there. And I mean, we could check it out right now and see what other films are on there. So here's a list of titles that you get to see. You get his film Justice League, Zack Snyder's Justice League. You get 2001: A Space Odyssey, Blade Runner, Cinema Paradiso, Dunkirk. All these films, almost the ones that I know. Mad Max, Fury Road, and The Road Warrior. People gotta check out The Road Warrior. Like, come on. The Matrix. I just watched that 2 weeks ago. That was so dope. No Country for Old Men. Seven Samurai, which I really want to watch. Time Bandit sounds cool. True Detective. Thank you, man. And Wings of Desire seems to, and Twin Peaks. I really want to check out Twin Peaks. And Unforgiven too. That sounds so dope. And Streetcar Named Desire. I want to check out that one. But obviously some of those I'm listing I have checked out, and that's why I'm pointing them out. Like True Detective. So I've watched the first season of that like 10 times. It's so good. It's so good. Nick Pizzolatto is one of the greatest writers, and he wrote my favorite like point of view on religion. He said, if we lived in a world where I'm starting to summarize the conversation people were having in the TV show. Basically, if there's a world where there was no religion, people will be doing the same horrible acts that they do, except they just do it out in the open. Meaning that the religion conceals our true selves by some sort of false aspiration to gain approval from this invisible deity, you know. But yeah, if you want to think about that type of shit, watch that movie. I mean, TV show, season 1. Only watch season 1. The other seasons, like, a lot of people don't like them, and I can't watch them. I just don't want to. Like, I'm gonna be honest. Maybe one day I will. Maybe I'll watch the third one from Mahershala Ali. Let's just say that. But yeah, that's it for HASSCAST, and you know, check out the sponsors. Seriously, we got sponsors from Vice Props, Good Vibes Clothing, Site 123, and Amazon Audible trial. Definitely check them out in the description. Donate to me in the description. Buy the merch in the description, and all of that. That's all I have to say. And let me cast my thoughts to you on the next HASSCAST.